Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Saturday, June 6, 2020. Thanks for joining me. Hope you all are safe this weekend. I want to bring you some information pertaining to Brianna Taylor. There is some new demands wanting to be exacted in the death of this young lady, and Brianna would have turned 27 on Friday, which was yesterday. If you need verification for the storyline, please log on to the Los Angeles Times. And I have not covered this story in my commentary, but I have brought you said information pertaining to her death in conjunction to George Floyd, and I will be bringing you said information from now on pertaining to the death of Brianna Taylor. LA woman is drawing attention to another black death at police hands, Brianna Taylor. Widespread protests provoked by the death of George Floyd have swept the nation this week, but some activists like the LA writer Kate Young want to use this opportunity to spotlight other cases too. On Tuesday, Young launched a campaign to demand justice for Brianna Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency medical technician who was shot in her Louisville, Kentucky apartment by a police officer in March. Frustrated by the lack of media and political attention on black women such as Taylor who have died at the hands of police, Young seeks to bring her story back into the news cycle. Amen. If I were to be a victim of this kind of crime, I would be quickly forgotten, said Young, a black woman and self-described feminist. Someone needed to champion her cause as well. And it's also in this article states that this story was reported with a grant from the Pulitzer Center on Crisis Reporting. Amen to that as well. Just after midnight on March 13th, Louisville police executing a search warrant forced their way into Taylor's home. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, fired a shot at an officer's leg. The police fired back with at least 20 bullets, striking Taylor 8 times. Walker, who said he thought they were being attacked by criminals, was arrested and charged with attempted murder of a police officer. The charges have since been dismissed. Oh, amen, amen. The police have not been charged, but the FBI is now investigating the shooting. The campaign, #birthday for Brianna, asked participants to send birthday cards to Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, the Louisville Police, Mayor Greg Fisher, and Governor Andy Beshear in honor of Taylor's birthday and demand the prosecution of the officers involved in her killing. Taylor would have been 27 on Friday. Birthdays are symbolic, Young said. It's a good opportunity to galvanize people and get her case back into the news cycle. The campaign is part of a wider #SayHerName movement, which encourages those fighting for civil and social justice to include the stories of black women too. Though the story around police brutality has been hyper-focused on crimes against black men, Young, who is also a journalist, understands news cycles. When it comes to stories about police brutality, we have a very specific frame. Police kill black men, Young said. That is a true story, but it's an incomplete story. Black women's stories get erased. In accomplishing this, reviving Taylor's story, the campaign has been a success, attracting celebrities with enormous platforms. Busy Phillips, the actress and Instagram personality, saw Young's post on Instagram and wanted to use her large platform to leverage the efforts. I saw Kate's tweet in my timeline, and it just struck me thinking about Taylor never turning 27. Phillips wrote in a text message, Kate's plan of action just felt like the right way to both honor Taylor's life and demand justice for her murder. Beyond sending birthday cards, the campaign lists 7 action steps to bring justice for Taylor, one of which is to donate to Taylor's family's official GoFundMe campaign. When Young added the GoFundMe link to the campaign landing page on Tuesday, the total was around $100,000. Now, donations have surpassed $2 million. My original goal was to get her back in the news cycle, which has worked, Young said. The campaign has had a sort of domino effect. Along with countless inquiries about replicating the idea for future initiatives Young has received, some activists have gotten creative. Valerie Confections, a bakery in Echo Park, baked birthday cakes for Taylor and plans to sell slices Friday, donating all proceeds to the Taylor family's GoFundMe. Beyond bringing black women's stories back into the media, the campaign seeks policy change. Now that so many people have gotten involved, my lofty goal is for the officers involved to be arrested and charged, Young said. I'm not naive enough to think that will happen, but if it does, that will be the ultimate success for me. Amen. Young, a feminist who seeks to amplify all women's stories, shares one more personal link to Taylor. June 5th is also her mother's birthday. It was just another connection I had with her, she said, however far removed. Amid an uprising and a pandemic that relies on social distancing, Hashtag Birthday for Brianna also provides a way to get involved for those who don't wish to participate in mass protests for public health reasons. We're still in a pandemic, Young said, and not able to or simply not wanting to go out in public is completely understandable. But Young, who has never organized a campaign before, credits the uprising for motivating her. If those protests hadn't happened, I don't know if I would have felt the need to get involved, she said, but I had to do something. Megan Botel is a reporting intern on the COVID-19 team at the Los Angeles Times, currently contributing to The Pandemic's Toll, Lives Lost in California, in partnership with the Pulitzer Center and USC. Her print and audio work has been featured in Religion News Services, LA Taco, Pasadena Weekly, and PRX's Remix. A San Francisco Bay Area native, she holds a bachelor's degree from New York University and a master's in journalism, from USC Annenberg. Amen. The story is brought to you by LA Times. So this young lady is rallying for Miss Brianna Taylor. And Brianna Taylor turned 27 on yesterday. Rest in peace, Miss Taylor. And this story, this young lady who's bringing this story to life once again is LA writer Kate Young. So look her up and follow her on social media if you want to get involved in any way or donate any money to Brianna Taylor's family. That is a substantial amount of money now, from $100,000 to $2 million. That is a lot of money. Hopefully all will be put to good use, because I don't know if she had children or not. But anyway, just tragic nonetheless. But I was thinking the same thing. What made everyone decide to rally this one time and protest because with the death of George Floyd? And the first thing I thought was it was the video. I honestly believe that people decided to uprise because of the video. Because had we not had the video, it would have been he said, she said, such as all these other cases that you see. And with Brianna Taylor, there was no private video. The situation with Ahmaud Arbery, there was a video. And I think the video is what makes the difference to bring on the protest and to get that said person's name, the decedent, out there to the public and get some type of acknowledgement of their death and justice for their death. Sad cases, tragic cases with these 3 people who have died and others who have died in the past from brutality from police officers and men, and also some women. So prayers to all those people's families, prayers for George Floyd's family, child, prayers for the Miss Brianna Taylor's family, seeking justice for those said officers who shot her in her own home. And know that they were there to raid her apartment. There was a warrant to raid her apartment. A no-knock was on the warrant, but there were no drugs found in Brianna Taylor's home. And also this article states that Mr. Walker, the boyfriend, who shot at an officer in this said incident, brutality, his charges have been dismissed for attempted murder of an officer. And amen to that. God bless everyone. Have a safe weekend. Thanks for joining me. Justice for George Floyd, Brianna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and others who have been gunned down by civilians and police in America. African American lives do matter, and we're going to seek justice for these decedents because it is rightfully so. Thanks for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below, and have a safe weekend. Bye-bye.